Yeah, make sure that you hold, like if you're small like I am, you got to hold on to whatever you can. Also, those light or high profile vehicles need to keep this in mind, as well as if you didn't get those garbage cans out from the side of the road, yeah, you might be chasing them later. Wind advisory starts at noon today, but the winds are already a problem out there. But we're going to see gusts continue to increase as we move forward through the rest of the day. So here's our peak wind gusts so far today, anywhere from really the upper 20s to lower 30s, 32 in Mineral Wells, 31 in Fort Worth, 32 in Denton, 26 though in McKinney. I just want to look at DFW here, where some of the peak wind gusts have reached 25 in Mesquite, but 35 at DFW, 33 in Pilot Point, 35 in Rome. So forecast wind gusts as we move forward today. Here's what they're going to be. They're going to be increasing to near 40 miles per hour as we move into the afternoon. Hence why we're going to be seeing that wind advisory start at noon today. That will go until midnight tonight. So keep that in mind. Otherwise, let's take a live look out there. We also have these clouds out there that might make you think that there's going to be some rainfall. No rain today. We are going to stay rain free, but we'll keep these clouds around through most of the day. That doesn't mean you won't see some sunshine as we move into the afternoon. There's a chance of a little bit of sun. But here's a live look in downtown Dallas. It's 71 degrees out there right now. 24-mile-per-hour winds. We'll have much more on that forecast and a look ahead at the weekend coming up.
Okay, thank you for that, Kalee. I don't have my wallet on me. I need to go through all those 20s and see if I can make $500, Kalee.
I know, it's really interesting, right?
Easy way, easy money.
Here, hold on just a second. There we go.
Ah, now I can hear you.
You couldn't hear all the valuable information that I just said.
Yeah. Well,
but what I have to say coming up is even more valuable. With this wind advisory that we have, it starts in just a few minutes. I mean, really, if we're picking times, it starts at noon, but really it's windy out there already. South winds 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting up to 35, noon to midnight, and we're going to deal with this all day. We're actually going to deal with winds really for most of this week. It may die down a little bit, but still not going to be as bad as today, but it's going to be breezy most of the week. Hillsborough, our peak gust today so far, 29 miles per hour, 34 in Graham, 30 in Gainesville, and 24 in Greenville. Taking a live look out there right now in Weatherford, it's 73 degrees, gusts up to 35. If you look, you can see the camera shaking, and also looking at the trees, you can see those swaying as well. Fair Park, that camera was shaking quite a bit a few minutes ago. Wind gusts 24 miles per hour, 70 degrees with plenty of cloud cover out there. Despite the clouds, though, we're warming up. We're into the low to mid 70s off to the west. You can see Albany at 74, 72 in Waxahachie, staying in the 60s a little bit farther to the north and east. At Bonham at about 69, same thing in Paris right now. Where will we end up? We're going to end up in the low to mid 80s, even close to 90. Yes, there's cloud cover over most of North Texas right now. We're going to see more sunshine out to the west, plus that warm up ahead of a front that's going to be moving in. So we're turning up the heat there. So 88 today in Abilene, 91 in Haskell, Brownwood 88 compared to 82, mid 80s across DFW today. Here's a look at the satellite right now. You can see that we are already starting to see some clearing back to the west, and that's going to be the case. That's plenty of sun out to the west there, stretching from Seymour down to Abilene. Let me widen it out so you can see the panhandle as well. Clear at this point. Most of the cloud cover dominating most of the eastern portion of the state. So what's going to happen next? This front's going to make its way to the south. Just no moisture to work with. So even the panhandle is not going to get any rainfall. West Texas not going to get any rain, and they need it. Coming up in the next half hour, we'll touch on the drought. But still looking at this timing, here's 8 o'clock in the morning on Wednesday. That cold front's going to be slicing through DFW, but just really doesn't have enough moisture to just get anything going until it gets into East Texas. From Texarkana, really down Linden, also over to Shreveport, down to Cleveland, and then for us, unfortunately, nothing, nada, no chance for rain for the day on Wednesday. But those locations in East Texas could see a few severe storms as those start to fire up late in the afternoon, going into the evening hours on Wednesday. There is a slight risk up to quarter-size hail and 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. And this is where most of that rain is going to be as well, 1 to 2 inches in East Texas. What about for Dallas-Fort Worth? This is going to be this week, so includes Friday, which is our better chance for rain, 1/4 of an inch to an inch of rainfall. We need it. Any little bit at this point helps us out. If you look at, and I widened out here, where most of these storm systems are going to make their way through 2 to 3 inches or even more, and they've already had so much rain and so much activity this spring already. So if we go back over the forecast for today, 82 degrees. Even though it looks like it might rain, it's going to stay rain-free, windy and warm today and cloudy skies. We're going to continue that into the evening hours tonight. South winds 25 to 30 miles per hour. Temperature staying in the mid 60s tonight. We're going to stay above normal all the way through the week. So even though we're going to see a front move through tomorrow, we're going to stay above normal. Same thing as we go into Friday. A front moves in on Friday night into Saturday, cooling us off briefly Saturday, but that's where we should be. Mark, we should be in the upper 70s, and we have a picture perfect weekend ahead.
Oh boy, but I know my yard needs the rain, and I know I am not the only one. All right, fingers crossed. Thank you for that, Kalee. Talking weather, and Kalee, I mentioned it earlier, my yard really could use some rain. I tried to overseed the yard, which means you're planting extra grass seed on top of the grass that's already there, and I keep watering it. I need that grass to come up, and it needs a good soaking to get that done.
You're not alone. We're in the same boat. We just had our trees trimmed, so that'll help with getting some sun in there, but we need the rain. That's what we really need here. And I'm going to talk about our next good chance for rain here across North Texas coming up. But at first, no chance for rain today. Our big story today is going to be that wind. Wind advisory starts in just a few minutes, and it goes until midnight tonight. Here's a look at some of the peak wind gusts so far. We've got 38 miles per hour in Denton right now. We've got 39 in Eastland. We've got 31 in Terrell. Sulphur Springs, only about 22, and 26 in Granbury. If we look at our Cedar Hill camera here, you can see the cloud cover, and you can also see, if you look down at the ground, the peaks of sunshine that are still coming through those clouds. So some locations seeing a little bit of sun, others not so much. 73 degrees out there in Cedar Hill right now. DFW Airport 74 with winds at about 21 miles per hour. That's sustained. Those gusts are up near 35 miles per hour. So that's really going to pump in the warmer air, pump in the moisture. Not enough for us, but still, that's how, despite the clouds, we're going to warm up. Here's 78 in Breckenridge. You can see here the cloud cover socked in, a little bit of sunshine, so temperatures warming up a little bit more there off to the west. Let's go look at the days ahead. Dominated by above normal temperatures. We've got 82 degrees this afternoon, which is about 8 degrees above normal. We've got 80 degrees above normal as we go into Wednesday. We've got 83 as we go into Thursday, and then it continues to go up. The weekend, it goes back closer to where we should be, and that is because of a system that's going to move in and be the best chance for rain in the coming days. So let's talk about it. Satellite and radar showing you just the clouds out there, a little bit of clearing here out to the west. We'll see a little bit more sunshine here. You'll see some sun throughout North Texas today. It's just going to be mainly dominated by clouds. Now let's jump ahead to Wednesday. We're going to have a front that's going to move through Wednesday morning. You can see it rapidly clearing behind the front, and that really, it doesn't bring any rain to DFW. The rain doesn't start to really fire up until it gets to lunch hour from Athens, Palestine, Tyler, up to Gilmer, up to Texarkana. And then that line really kind of gets going here, and there could be a few strong to severe storms possible as it moves into Louisiana, Shreveport Center, also just Texarkana included in that slight risk for severe weather. So if you have family or friends there, you may want to just hit them up. But for us, let's jump ahead to Friday. So we've got Friday morning. It's dry. Then Friday afternoon, right around lunch, we could see a few light showers here over DFW. Most of the moderate to heavy rain is going to stay just off to the east, but this is our best chance, and any little bit of rain at this point we will take. It's in and out of here before the weekend, so the weekend forecast is going to be fantastic and dry for any outdoor plans. Half inch to an inch this week possible for DFW. That'll mainly fall Friday. 1 inch to 2 inches closer to the Louisiana state line, and that's going to be out of Wednesday and Thursday combined. Here's an update on the drought monitor here. As you can see, DFW, we're starting to get a moderate to severe drought. So let's go back over the forecast for today. 82 degrees with mostly cloudy skies. Those clouds are going to stick around as we go into the overnight, and very windy tonight. Sustained winds 25 to 30 miles per hour, gusts up to 40. Then if you look here at the 10-day forecast, we have this very small chance for rain again Friday into Saturday morning, then again Monday, and then if we look out toward Thursday of next week as well, there is going to be a chance. Look at next week. If you don't like those above normal temperatures, it does start to cool off. We'll be right back. 40, so you don't want to be lighter, you might blow away, you know what I mean? Here's a look at our wind advisory that we have until midnight tonight for all of the counties in that taupe color. 35 mile per hour wind gusts or even higher. Here's our peak wind gusts for today so far. Fort Worth coming in on top at 41 miles per hour, 40 in Mineral Wells. Same thing in McKinney. We've got 38 mile per hour winds in Dallas, 36 in Decatur. Let's zoom in, just look around DFW. Look at Alliance at 45. Wowza. 39 at DFW, Louisville sitting at about 32. Same thing in Richardson. 40 again, as I said, in McKinney, and 33 in Pilot Point. So moving forward for the rest of the evening, we're going to battle these winds 35 to 40 miles per hour. By the time we get into the day tomorrow, it is going to calm down. It is going to get better. We'll look at that. And of course, our next chance for rain coming up.
All right, we shall check back in here in just a few moments.
Welcome back. Big story today was the wind. I know you felt it when you're trying to open your car door, when you're just walking around. Ladies, no need to do your hair today, right? Wind advisory continues until midnight tonight. 35 mile per hour winds or higher. What we've seen so far, some of the peak wind gusts have been more than 40 miles per hour in a lot of Tarrant County. You can see that darker purple. 41 in Fort Worth. Alliance, I think I saw earlier at 45. 37 in Hillsborough. 36 in Waxahachie, Eastland at 39, 40 in Abilene. So you can see very windy out there. Here's a live look in Cedar Hill at this point where we're seeing a few layers of clouds, 79 degrees, but still blue sky sunshine peeking through there at 26 mile per hour wind gusts. Look at downtown Dallas, 43 miles per hour, temperatures reaching 80 despite the clouds because of those southerly winds pumping in that warmer air. If you look at our satellite and radar here, you can see nothing going on radar wise, and it won't. I mean, we're going to stay dry even through most of the day tomorrow. If you look here at the satellite, you can see if I turn on the temperatures where that sun was today. I mean, it's up near 90 in those locations. Abilene, it's currently 90 degrees. Albany 89, 86 in Eastland compared to the upper 70s to lower 80s in locations that saw a little bit more cloud cover. We are also seeing a frontal boundary that's going to get a little bit closer here as we move forward through the rest of the evening. I'm going to slow it down here and watch as that front continues to make its way in. Now by tomorrow morning, there could be an isolated shower or sprinkle here or there from DFW to the east, but not much moisture to tap into. So this line of showers and thunderstorms doesn't start to really get going until it gets really near out of here and into East Texas. So that will be later in the afternoon and evening for locations from Tyler, Gilmer to the east that will see showers and thunderstorms. But a few of those, if you have family or friends out there, could reach really up to 60 mile per hour winds and even some quarter-size hail with that. What we need is the rainfall. But if you look at the rainfall forecast for this week, you see a half of an inch to an inch, and you're thinking, well, we didn't really see much out of Wednesday. Well, we have another chance for rain as we go into Friday. Coming up in the next half hour, I'm going to talk about that in a little bit more detail. But tonight, let's go back over that forecast. Very windy as south winds sustained 25 to 30 miles per hour, gusting up to 40. Temperature staying mild in the mid 60s. As we go into the day tomorrow, expected to stay warmer. Temperatures at 80 degrees. We should be in the mid 70s for normal high temperatures for this time of year. And if you look at that 10-day forecast, here's that chance for rain I was just talking about Friday night into Saturday. Now out of here by 7 a.m. Saturday. So the weekend's going to be dry, but we do need this rain. And we're going to talk about timing. And you see, we could get up to a half inch to an inch across DFW, which is great. So we'll be watching that. Cooler air for Saturday, but cooler means bringing it back closer to normal. But then the next week, looks like temperatures are going to stay in the 70s as we go into all of next week with a couple chances of rain. Again, small chances, but hey, we'll take what we can get. We'll be right back. It depends on which part of the 10-day you like the most, whether the warmer temperatures or the back to where we should be. But either way, it's a nice transition, so we don't just go from one extreme to the next, right? What we're talking about today, though, is these strong southerly winds. They've been pumping in the warm air, so we have warmed up quite a bit despite a lot of cloud cover out there, but it's blowing around everything. 35 mile per hour wind gusts. Here's DFW, 45 in Alliance. That's a peak wind gust. Weatherford, 40. Arlington, 40. Lido, right around 38. And Rockwall, 35. Mesquite, 35. So you can see 35 to 45 mile per hour winds. That's going to continue overnight, which is why the wind advisory goes until midnight. Once we get into tomorrow morning, though, we will see it start to get a lot better, and that's going to continue into the day on Wednesday as well. If we look at those temperatures out there right now, we range anywhere from the upper 70s to the upper 80s. Here's what the evening will feel like. They're going to be in the mid to low 70s and then eventually into the 60s, so staying very mild. Now we're staying dry, but we have clouds. There's a system marching in as we go into tomorrow. We'll have more details on that, and of course our Friday system that I teased earlier, Jason.
All right, and I vote for the back to normal temperatures.
Yeah.
for whatever that's worth. Okay. So
really, it's crazy. As you were reading that entire story, I was laughing because I've thought all of those things.
yes, especially if you're in a public place with, you know, a fair number of people around.
Yeah, and I mean, the allergies here are no joke. I've fought them this entire year, and with the pandemic, it's been like, please, I swear, it's just allergies.
I know, and I'm sorry, by the way, Kalee, I've thought in my head, I'm sorry, but for all the sneezing I've done in here recently.
I don't even know. So good thing.
I can stop worrying.
You can stop worrying about that. All right, here's a look at what we are talking about today weather-wise, which is, they're not helping with the allergies at all. That wind gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour. That's going to continue through the overnight hours. So we do have a wind advisory through midnight, but I don't think we're going to really see them calm down quite a bit till we get to closer to early tomorrow morning as you head off to work. But that southerly wind brought in some pretty warm air. Look at that, 83 degrees as the high temperature today. That's almost 10 degrees above normal. 74 degrees is where we should be this time of year. We're going to continue this above normal stretch as we move through the rest of the week. But don't worry, we didn't just jump over the month of April. We're going to see more 70-like temperatures as we go into next week. So just wait till the 10-day and you'll be happy. 82 degrees out there right now at DFW Airport. Gusts 39 miles per hour right now. And here's a look at our satellite at this point where you're seeing some clouds starting to break up for some across DFW, seeing some sunshine. You really could tell where that sun was for most of the day today out to the west because temperatures are flirting with that 90-degree mark. Look at that, 90 in Abilene, 84 in Mineral Wells, 85 in Seymour. We've got 80 in Dallas, 78 in Fort Worth, and 81 in Corsicana. Let's talk about the chance for rain. I'm really not going to spend much time on Wednesday because we talked about it in the last half hour, and really most of us, yeah, you may have an isolated shower in the morning, but most of us are going to stay dry. It's really going to be East Texas that sees the chance of showers and even a few thunderstorms in the afternoon, but this line is going to quickly move out and move out of the state completely by the time we get to 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So not really bringing much to us. If you have family and friends right along the state line of Louisiana and Texas, I'd make sure that they're aware that there is a potential for a few strong to severe storms tomorrow. But let's jump ahead to a better chance for rain, and we really need it at this point. Staying dry Thursday, a few more clouds moving in for the evening. Ahead of that chance for rain, here's 7 o'clock in the morning. You may see a few isolated showers out there. Starts to ramp up in the afternoon and evening hours. Showers and thunderstorms ongoing through the evening and moving out overnight into early Saturday. So Saturday, it's not going to be touched by this. It's going to be gone. But the good news is we're going to receive some rain. Now, right now, the rainfall forecast, which this will change, so it's not gospel at this point, but ½ inch to an inch of rainfall for much of DFW, an inch to 2 inches on the eastern edge, so Terrell, Greenville to Sulphur Springs, and then 2 to 3 inches or more the farther east you go, and that includes the Wednesday rain. But the DFW stuff is just going to include Friday, and we need it moderate to severe dry setting up for North Texas, and then look at some of the locations south and to the west that are in more of that extreme drought. So we need any bit of rainfall at this point. No rain tonight, though. If we go back over that forecast, south winds 25 to 30, that's sustained winds, gusting 35 to 40 miles per hour. Tomorrow, cloudy start. Sunshine in the afternoon, 80 degrees as the high temperature in the afternoon, 84 Thursday, 85 as we go into the day Friday, and that chance for rain again Friday, mainly Friday afternoon through Friday evening, drying up just in time for the weekend. Here you go. This is what Jason likes. Jason likes this week here with temperatures in the mid to low 70s, and we're also watching a storm system for next week, but that's 10 days out, so we'll get to that later on. Jason.
All right, I shall wait for my days.